In this video, I'll show you how to use MCP Dataverse in Visual Studio Code. Now, what is MCP? MCP is an Model Context Protocol. It is an open protocol that enables seamless integration between large language model applications and the external tools or services or data sources. Now, it is an integration that standardizes and streamlines the interaction between AI models and the external data. Now, in this case, I'm specifically talking about the Dataverse database. Now, it makes it more efficient and effective for developers to apply the Dataverse rich set of data capabilities just by using MCP Dataverse. Now, different tools available within MCP Dataverse is one is like if you say this is a screenshot from Copilot Studio. So in Copilot Studio application, I have configured the Dataverse MCP server. So here, what I've done is while building an agent, I connected an MCP server, which will uh, connect to a Dataverse server, and it will help me leverage these tools. So the tools are basically the commands. So here I can list down the tables, I can describe the tables in Dataverse, I can read, create, update the record, and also I can list and execute the prompts. I can list and retrieve the knowledge source. So why it is useful? Because just with help of one command you will be able to perform this action. So earlier, what when this functionality was not available, we used to write a Power Automate flow, make use of that Power Automate flow, craft that flow, and ask the flow to perform an action. But with the help of MCP Dataverse tools, this has become just like one piece of a prompt. You just type in a prompt and say insert record into a specific table with these data. It will go ahead and add those records. So we are going to demonstrate that in this particular segment. Now, what are the different type of use cases? Like one is you can just type in show me the list of accounts, or show me total contacts, or describe your custom table, or add record into the table, or list the total tables, and many more. So you can type in various commands which can perform various actions or operations within your Dataverse table. Now, how do you install the Dataverse server within your system? Is first there is a prerequisite. So you need to go ahead and install Microsoft.NET SDK 8. So if you already have it, then you need not perform this command. But if not, I would say install this using the winget package manager. Once you do that, you need to run the .NET command, .NET tool install, and this will refer to the NuGet package of Microsoft Power Platform.dataverse.mcp. Once you do that, it will start installing the .NET. So first screen, it will start installing the .NET, as you see, and then you have then after that you can run the .NET tool, which will install download the package from the NuGet server, and that will install the Dataverse MCP. Now, I've already done within my system, but I'll show you how to do that. Then in Visual Studio Code, you need to have something called as a GitHub Copilot application. So tools. So if you go into the tools extensions, in the extensions in the marketplace, install this GitHub Copilot. And there are other tool as well, GitHub Copilot Chat. So you can download that application as well. And the next step is to list down the MCP server. Once it is installed, you can have a look into the MCP servers. Then whatever MCP server which you have created, it will list down, and you can either stop, restart, show configuration, show output. You can perform various operation on that server. And then it's a matter of just typing list tables in Dataverse, describe the table, and then it will start giving you that response back. So let's do that in action. So let me bring that screen up. So what you need to do is first is go to the command prompt and type in the command to install your .NET, install the .NET SDK. So the command is basically winget install Microsoft.NET SDK. So winget install Microsoft.NET SDK.8. Now, once you press in enter, it will start installing the .NET SDK. Now, I have already installed this within my system, so I don't think so. It will go ahead and install it, or maybe it will start overriding it. Oh, so it has found that, oh, found an existing package. and no newer package versions are available from the configured source. So once that is done, you need to type in this command. So paste this command: .NET tool install dash dash global add source NuGet index JSON, and this. I've already installed this particular tool, so I'm not going to run this. So once you're done with this, this package will get installed, and you can actually then run the services. Now, I have in my previous video, I've installed an application called as Claude. Now, within Claude, what I've done is, let me show you. So if I go to file, if I go to settings, I've already installed a, or configured rather, a server. So if I go to developer, here you can, initially there will be blank. So you go into edit config, and once you go into edit config, it will point you to one of the JSON file. As is, let me open that JSON file. The JSON file is basically the same which is being shown in the preview. So this will be initially blank. You just need to uh, copy this JSON code. Now, only thing which you need to make change is this one. So you can call whatever name you want. I called it as Girish MCP Dataverse Server. Here, you need to copy a URL. Okay, I'll show you what. And then here, this is that MCP server name. Data was MCP server. I think that is fine. You just need to copy the tenant ID. So only three things. One is the name, what you want to be called for that MCP server, the connection, and the tenant ID. Now, if you navigate to your Power Platform, so here this is my Power Platform application. So let me go into make.powerapps.com. First, I need to copy the tenant ID and then the connection URL. Now, connection URL is for connecting to that data source. Now, in our case, the data source is the Dataverse table. So if you go over here in the more, go to connections. Okay. Now, there are multiple ways to navigate. So we have make.powerapps.com, and then we have make.powerautomate.com as well. So I'd say go to make.powerautomate.com and go to that same place which I showed you from the connection perspective. So on the left hand side, you will see connections. If you don't see the connections over here, go to more, click on connections, and pick up whichever connection you would like to use for your Dataverse. If the connection doesn't exist, you can create one. uh, I can show you both the options over here. So let it load. Yeah. So I have got two Dataverse connections over here. If I don't have this, I can go ahead and click on new connection, and then it will ask you which connection you want. I click on new Microsoft Dataverse, and then it will create a third connection. But I don't want that thing to happen. So I will pick up this connection, let's assume. Once I get this connections, what I can do is I know the connection URL. So I can just copy the connection URL over here. And if you go into the VS Code, here you will see that same connection. Then what about tenant ID? How do you get the tenant ID? You just go to, say, whichever interface, make Power Apps or Power Automate. Click on the star and then click on session details. And here you should see the tenant ID. You copy the tenant ID and then paste. Once that is done, it is all configured. This is all set. Then the next step is open Visual Studio Code. So I'm opening Visual Studio Code. Let me trust this. Yep. So in Visual Studio Code, let me open the GitHub Copilot chat. So you go into the extension and type in GitHub. So let me maximize this. So here we have, if I type in GitHub, you will see two different applications, GitHub Copilot and GitHub Copilot chat. I would recommend install both. I've already installed GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is basically peer programming tool that helps you write code faster and smarter. Then we have GitHub Copilot chat. Again, it's like AI chat features powered by Copilot. Now you install this GitHub Copilot application. Once you do that, here you will see this icon, and here you will see this icon about that GitHub Copilot. So you can go ahead and open the chat. So I have this edit with Copilot. Now, if I ask here, something like related to Dataverse, it will not answer. Okay. Now remember, there is another mode over here. You have an ask mode and you have an agent mode. So now we are focusing on the agent mode. The shortcut is Control Shift I. Now first, what we need to do is we need to activate the MCP server which we have just installed, right? So here, just type in angle bracket and type in MCP. Now for me it has already come, so if it doesn't come, just put an angle bracket and put MCP and MCP list servers. So if I click on MCP list server, it will show you all the MCP server which has been installed within your system. Now it is showing me that I have already installed this server which is available as a part of Cloud Desktop, but I need to turn this on. So how do you turn this on? So I'll just list down MCP server. It is showing me as stopped. So I'll click on this MCP server and I get an option to start server, show config, show output. Now I'll click on start server. So I'll click on start server. You'll see in the terminal window that the server is getting warmed up. It is starting and it has discovered 9 tools. So once it is all set, we can go ahead into the chat. So let me close this chat again, go into open chat, and make sure that you log into your GitHub Copilot applications if you want to extract some information from your GitHub repository. Once you're done with it, make sure that this is agent and you have an option to select the models. You can select Claude Sonnet, GPT 4.1, GPT 4.0, or you can add other premium models. But here, I will just type in, say, list tables. So if I just type in list tables, let's see what does it returns. So it has correctly identified that I am currently looking for something related to Dataverse because that's the one server which is running. And then it will tell me, okay, first authenticate yourself. So I'll say, okay, this is running list underscore tables, Girish MCP Dataverse server. I'll click on continue and then it will start running the command. It will list down all the tables that are available within my Dataverse infrastructure. Now here it has listed few of them, and it has been smart enough because there are so many tables. It's a here is a list of all tables in your database environment. Some examples include this. I can go ahead and say list tables, list, I would say list custom tables in Dataverse. So if I type in this, it will start listing down only the custom table which I have within my application. So it says, so it has given me whole bunch of a table. So cat underscore customer, GPU student, CRD planet, and all those things. Now, just to verify whether it is correct or not, let me go into make.powerapps.com and I'll go into the backend system and whether I'll check whether the planet table exists or not, or if the copilot or the copilot chat is giving me the correct response or not. So it has given me the custom table as planet. So let me see if I have something as planet. Yes, I do. So I've got planet, but I have so many custom tables. The copilot chat has given me few of them, so I can explicitly specify that show custom table starting with G, and then it will give you all the, say I have this gcop underscore airlines, which is the one which I'm using for most of the demo. So it has given me the list of tables, so I can perform this listing operation. I can even describe the table. So if I want to describe a table, or just see what is that in the table of gcop underscore airlines, so I'll just say describe table. I'll just say airlines. Okay, describe table airlines. I've got two airlines table. I just want to see which code it runs, and it has found the right table. It is asking me to connect. I'll click on continue, and now I can see the schematic information about the table. So describe table airlines will give you the schema. So it is giving me the schema. It says this is the column name. This is varchar 850 not null. The name is airline name, main hub, main airport, and there are other fields. That's what it has done a good job. So let me verify that. If I go to airlines and for the columns, I can see that there are various columns. the one column which it has identified airline description. So airline description, gcop underscore airline description. So it has given me the correct response from the table. Now let me see if I can add a record. So add a record in airline table with name as, I'll call it as a, let me see. So I have already, I'll show you the context first. So I have already built an airline application. So, and within airline applications, I have around 15-20 records. So let me see. Yeah, so these are the different list of airlines. Now as you see, there are 29 records. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one more record over here. So let me add the airlines which is not there. So there is Fiji Air. I will add Fiji Airways and see whether it accepts or not. So add a record in airline table with name as Fiji Airways and total staff as 500. And it has identified, oh, it has triggered create record. It has given me this JSON component what it is going to add, and I will click on continue. And it says a new record has been added to the table with name Fiji Airways and total staff as 500. Now it has not given me the GUID, but if you ran the same command in Cloud Desktop, it will give you the GUID as well. But let's see whether this has actually performed that insert or not. So currently I have 29 rows. Ideally it should become 30 if the insert has happened. So as you see, row is 30, and I can see Fiji Airways, and the staff should be 500. So total staff is 500. So what we have done, we have successfully configured the Dataverse MCP server within Microsoft Visual Studio Code, used GitHub Copilot chat to run a series of commands related to Dataverse, and all these things can be done in the context of the agent. So this is important. This is in the context of the agent we have executed this. And if you want to see what all things has happened, so he can navigate to this particular piece of code, and here you can see the JSON, what was the input, what was the output, and how it behaved. So same, if you go to describe table, here you will see the table name, here you will see the output. So that's it folks. This is how you basically you can use the VS Code MCP Dataverse data server and execute series of commands for your Dataverse table. Thanks for watching.